10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Solved Online, the online business information solution service through legislation.gov.uk for all clients at all levels in all problems. Again, today's topic is Solved Online legislation updates for business solutions and legal aid part 3. It's going to be a 20 minutes program. Also, we have dictionary, which is to show the root meaning of words in law for business solutions. Solved Online YouTube platform is the report on business solution through legislation.gov.uk by reviewing and highlighting past and present acts. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to help build a global online business solution system on accountability, sustainability, and transparency in growth and protection. Motto: the soul online knows that there is no business like the king's business. Yes, need to know. Again, there will be giveaways, online books, articles, gift cards, and the bet is still on. £100 to anyone that can provide any other business company that provides solution like Solved Online. Online giving you direct information. And again, Solved Online provides solutions, discoveries, documents, proof, show demonstrations, directions, instruction, and accuracy in correction. And also, like I say, let's get to that 1,000 subscribers to start our online tutorial, webinar, seminar, to help everyone to be able to teach, to research like a lawyer, barrister, solicitor, and again to be able to protect and grow, their business, their life, because their life is their business. And appreciate everyone for commenting, passing through what's up going on. Yeah, so like I say, we're gonna continue. But before we do that, we're gonna go over to legislation.gov.uk. And again, the important place to be, legislation.gov.uk, because that is the number one place to get all of the information that we require for our everyday life, what we need. So like I say, we're gonna go through some updates, see what's going on in the legislation. Like I always mention, legislation.gov.uk, number one place to gain information, solutions, for your life. As you can see, so online is showing it, directly in real time, so you could follow and get to learn and be familiar with the actual processes. Yeah. So I'm gonna go down, like I say, on home page normally, and it says legislation published recently and the UK statutory instrument. There's also Northern Ireland again statutory rules too, and you also have Wales statutory instrument. Yeah, big up family passing through. So we're gonna go to UK statutory instrument that covers the whole of the UK. And also, like I say, this is parliamentary business bills. So all the bills that you get, within your post in regards to councils, government, your here, and like I say, you could get all the minimum. You could get the bypasses, every single thing that you need here at legislation.gov.uk. So I'm gonna go into and see what is, we only have one new legislation, so we're gonna go and see what's going on. Yeah, so and the one is again UK statutory instrument is court fees. So there might be some changes in court fees, miscellaneous amendments, Order 2020. That is important for anyone going through courts or continuing courts proceedings. Good to follow up and good to know, because again, these things are important, to always keep an heads up on things. So I got some comments. Yeah, so again, greetings. Yeah, greetings. Also, yeah, good to be here again in education. Fab, brilliant. Appreciate the passing through. Again, love, that's it. Yeah, so like I say, it's the place, you're gonna get the most accurate information at Unsolved Online, because this is only, again, King's information, government information. And what more better to, again, advance your life with the information that is used, towards you, to benefit you and to control you, than, again, the government information, the information that we all, require. Yeah, so we're gonna close this and then we're gonna continue. So just gonna refresh everything to just let you know where we left off. Yeah, so we're gonna get there. One moment. So here we go. So like I say, we was going through. So this is again Legal Aid Act 1988. Yeah, I was going through it. So we got past the preliminary purpose of this act, interpretation. Got past it. So now we're in part 2. And again, I'm gonna rest it at part 2. Like we could go back into it, in a further in the further future. I'm gonna rest it there just to, again, it's just showing that there's so much solutions, because we're gonna jump onto another, solution, another act that again is important to everyone's life. So we're gonna jump onto that one, and I'm not gonna say it today within the program. I'm gonna do it on the said day, so it's a surprise. So whatever you get, that's gonna be, the program. Yeah. So like I said, we're just gonna go through the most important parts. So that's section 3, 4, and 5. So this is important for everyone to know. The legal aid board, the powers of the board, duties of the board, and again, yeah. And then we also at the end, like I said, we have dictionary. So I got a word. I did a little review. So I had a word that again is important to everyone. Should be. So I'm gonna go through that word, and then like I say, close with that. Yeah. So okay, we're gonna go down now. So we're gonna go again to part 2. Yeah, just highlighting things for you. So like I say, it's part 2, legal aid board and legal aid. So it goes. So this is 3.1. There shall be established a body to be known as the legal aid board. In this act referred to as the board, it goes to subject to subsections 3 and 4 below. The board shall have the general functions of securing that advice, assistance, and representation are available in accordance with this act and for administrating this act. So they're gonna be, making sure this takes place. 3 subsection 2 above does not confer on the board any functions with respect to the grant of representation under part 6 for the purpose of proceedings for contempt. Yeah, so for subsection 2 above does not confer on the board any of the following functions unless the Lord Chancellor so direct by order, and then only to the extent specified in the order. So again, important, this individual Lord Chancellor. Yeah, so the functions referred to are determination of the cost of representation under Part 4. B, functions as respects representation under Part 5 of a DAN, determination of the cost of representation for the purpose of proceedings in magistrate courts. C, functions as representation 6 for the purposes of care other than proceedings on an appeal from the decision of a juvenile court to the High Court. D, determination of the financial resources of persons for the purpose of this act. So is determine, again, this is very important, determination of the financial resource of persons for the purpose of this act. So it's for everyone he's talking. Again, 5, subject to subsection 6 below, the board shall consist of no fewer than 11 and no more than 17 members appointed by the Lord Chancellor, and the Lord Chancellor shall appoint one of the members to be chairman. So again, I was talking about the establishment of Parliament, and as you see, again, like I said, the Chancellor, even again in this act, it states, again, it's usually 17, like I saying, like I say, Masonic numbers, 16 makes it up, and 17 as the head, meaning chairman. So again, that's very important to know. That's established in every constitution. That is a constitution, usually requirements. Okay, so continue. 6, the Lord Chancellor may, by order, substitute for the number for the time being specified in subsection 5 above as a maximum or minimum membership of the board, such other numbers as he thinks appropriate. And 7 goes, the board shall include at least 2 solicitors appointed after consultation with the Law Society. So that's important. Again, 8, the Lord Chancellor shall consult the General Council of the Bar with a view to the inclusion on the board of at least 2 barristers. So again, Lord Chancellor is again directly involved with the General Council of the Bar. Yeah, so like I say, very important to know. Number 9, in appointing persons to be members of the board, the Lord Chancellor shall have regards to the desirability of securing that the board includes persons having expertise in or knowledge of A, the provision of legal service, B, the work of the courts and social conditions, and C, management. See there. 5, Schedule 1 to this act shall have effect with respect to the board. And then now you have again 4, that is powers of the board. Again, 4, 1, subject to the provision of this act, the board may do anything. Crazy. The board may do anything. A, which it considers necessary or desirable to provide or secure the provisions of advice, assistance, and representation under this act, or B, which is calculated to facilitate or is incidental or conducive to the discharge of its function, and advice, assistance, and representation may be provided in different ways in different areas in England and Wales, and in different ways in different fields of law. Important without prejudice to the generality of subsection 1 above, the board shall have power A to enter into any contracts including subject to subsection 7 below, any contract to acquire or dispose of land. So watch this. This is important. B, to make grants with or without conditions, including conditions as to repayment. Important. C, to make loans. D, to invest money. E, to promote or assist in the promotion of publicity relating to the functions of the board. F, to undertake any inquiry or investigation which the board considers necessary or expedient in relations to the discharge of its function. And G, to give the Lord Chancellor such advice as it may consider appropriate in relations to the provision of advice, assistance, and representation under this Act. Yeah, so under this Act here, so we have again 3. So subject to 1 above does not confer on the board powers to borrow money or to acquire and hold shares in bodies corporate or take part in forming bodies corporate. So they can't do none of these things, forming or take shares. So again, 4, the powers to provide advice, assistance, or representation under this part and to secure its provisions under this part by means of contracts with or grants or loans to other persons or bodies as A shall not be exercisable unless the Lord Chancellor so directs, and then only to the extent specified in the direction, and B, if exercisable, shall be exercised in accordance with any directions given by him. Very important. So 5, the power to secure the provisions of representation under Part 4 by means of contracts with other persons shall only be exercisable in the class of case prescribed in regulations. So they got some regulations to this. They got some orders to this as well. So it's very important to look up. So 6, advice, assistance, and representation provided by the board under this part may be granted with or without limitations and may be amended, withdrawn, or revoked. 7, the powers under subsection 2 above to enter into contracts to acquire or dispose of land shall not be exercisable without the approval in writing of the Lord Chancellor. So this is very important. So if anyone try to sell your property, after, again, whatever it is, losing, winning, it has to be in writing. Again, 8, the board may from time to time prepare and submit to the Lord Chancellor proposal for the assumption by it of any functions in relations to the provision of advice, assistance, or representation under this Act. Again, so this is the last one. So number 5, duties of the board. Yeah, so duties of the board. 5, the board shall from time to time publish information as to the discharge of its function in relation to advice, assistance, and representation, including the forms and procedures and other matters connected therewith. Yeah, so again, you could check up any updates. Again, 2. The board shall from time to time furnish to the Lord Chancellor such information as he may require relating to its property and to the discharge or proposed discharge of its functions. 3. It shall be the duty of the board to provide to the Lord Chancellor as soon as possible after the 31st March in each year a report on the discharge of its functions during the preceding 12 months. Again, we also have 4. The board shall deal in any report under subsection 3 above with such matters as the Lord Chancellor may from time to time direct. 5. The board shall have regards in discharging its function to such guidance as may from time to time be given by the Lord Chancellor. And 6. Guidance under subsection 5 above shall not relate to the consideration or disposal in particular case of a application for advice, assistance, or representation, b supplementary or incidental applications or requests to the board in connection with any case where advice, assistance, or representation has been made available. Yeah, then 7. For the purposes of subsection 2 above, the board shall permit any persons authorized by the Lord Chancellor for the purpose to inspect and make copies of any account or documents of the board and shall furnish such explanations. Explanations of them as that person or the Lord Chancellor may require. So, as you can see, that's all the functions, again, the duties for the board. Yeah, so this will go, that's all we'll go in for now. And then we're gonna, let's see, close this, and then we're gonna get to the word just to, again, finish the program. Again, a lot of information and not hard to digest, but the word of the day is contempt, and that word is very important. Contempt, very, very important. So again, contempt shows you again. So contempt has a contumacy. So contumacy. Yeah. So contempt, contumacy, a willful disregard of the authority of a court of justice, or goes all the way up, or as a legislative body, or disobedience to its lawful orders. Contempt of court is committed by a person who does any act in willful contravention of its authority or dignity, or tending to impede or as a frustrate the administration of justice, or by one who being under the court authority as a party to a proceedings therein willingly disobeys its lawful orders or fails to comply with an undertaking which he has given. So again, that's where you get that contempt from. Yeah, so there you go. Let me just close that. Go back to there. Yeah, so for again, legal aid for Solved Online, legislation updates for business solution and legal aid part 3. You will have it there. So again, Solved Online, the online business information solution service through legislation.gov.uk for all clients at all levels in all problems. Yeah, and you get it. Solved Online YouTube platform is to report on business solution through legislation.gov.uk by reviewing and highlighting past and present acts. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe to help build a global online business solutions system on accountability, sustainability, and transparency in growth and protection. As the motto states, Solved Online know that there is no business like the king's business. Again, we'll continue, not this, but we're going to go into a new topic, on the next show. Again, give thanks and praise and appreciation. Thanks everyone for like, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Like I say, we keep going, keep showing more and more different variations of the law, and again, be able to open up other, avenue. Like I say, some people might be interested in some other parts of the law. So I'm just gonna get there and see which one works out the best. So like I say, give thanks and praise and appreciation. Thank you. See you on the next show.